Sunday fun day. Let's talk some football. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with an NFL Prizepicks video. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, use that promo code Cash Cake and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. I got 4 plays for you here that I really do like on this Sunday, Week 10 NFL. We're going to dive right into it, talk about it, and show you a little bit about our Project EV tool that we do have. As one play, I did pull off that chart, as I always look at it each and every morning as I look for plays to do these for you guys. But again, I'll start yapping. Let's get after it. We're just going to dive right into this thing, right? So 4 plays here that I do like, 2 correlate really well with each other. And then the last one I'll kind of show you and where I pulled it on our Project EV tool, which basically is a plus EV tool with our projections pulled into it. So first 2 we're going to talk about kind of correlate with each other here. So first one we're going to do here is Will Levis, 30.5 pass attempts. This is a pass funnel defense going up against Tampa Bay here. Second most passing yards a game allowed. As you can see, both games he played, he's going to start again today. Tampa Bay is ranked 28th in the league, giving up 37.5 pass attempts a game, and ranked almost dead last in yards. Like I said, second to last in yards here, 280 yards a game on average. So going to be slinging the rock. They don't give up a ton of rush yards. Their top 10 rush defense only giving up 92 rush yards a game. And it's rush attempts as well. They're only 25 rush attempts a game. So again, pass funnel defense here. Levis should be slinging it around quite a bit here, I would think. So really like Will Levis at 30.5 pass attempts. And if Levis is gonna play, I'm always gonna have some nuke love in my life. So DeAndre Hopkins, nuke, 61.5 reception yards. Again, pass funnel defense. It's a spot where I'm gonna love nuke. You know, he is the key on this offense by far. Out in the wide receiver core. Looks like Burks is still with a head concussion and is out. So it's going to be all nuke here, and they're going to rely on him pretty heavily here. I think we're going to see double-digit targets like we did last week in Pittsburgh. Even only had 60 yards. He had 11 targets that game. And I think we're going to see double-digit targets, again, just with this matchup and where everything's going. So, again, a good correlated play if you want to take looking at Hopkins and Levis there. I think it's a spot where you can just pair them both up. And if, Hopkins go off, hopefully it's a ton of passes by Will there. And it's 2 spots that I do like. Next one we're going to go to, not the best matchup in the world, but I'm going to keep riding this train as long as I can. Alvin Kamara, 33.5 reception yards. He just gets it done each and every week. As you can see, the last 4 weeks, 36, 91, 51, 44. Just continues to get peppered with targets. Even these last 2 where it only got, 51 and 44, he had 5 targets, caught 4 of them, 4 for 5 in both of these. This monster game against the Jags, he had 14 targets that game, caught 12 for 14. Always going to be used in the passing game as well as something that you do like. And then even this last game here, he had 7 targets. And then if we go 2 back, going up against Tampa Bay, he had 13 targets. So just absolutely gets a ton of work. And it's something that, I'm going to keep riding until the wheels fall off. Again, Minnesota's defense doesn't allow a ton to the running back, but it's one of those things where I look at those numbers, but when you get a guy like Alvin Kamara, I just think he's matchup proof. I don't think it really matters, if you give him a matchup like this. One thing I love about games like this when we get towards winter, this is going against Minnesota, so it's inside, it's in a dome, which is fantastic. I like looking for spots like this for guys. So anytime we're going to get a matchup like this and indoors, get Kamara in space, he's going to get the ball. And with 33.5 reception yards, he can definitely get there. If we look at some of the air yards he's had over the last 4 weeks, 10, 16, 13, and 15. And then you love the yards after catch for him, where that's where he's doing a ton of the work. A lot of these are just check downs to him. So Alvin Kamara over 33.5 reception yards. I'm okay with it if you want to play it up to, I would say around 36 or 37, and that's where I would kind of shy away from it a little bit. Then the last one we're going to look at here, we're going to go over to our Project EV tool here. Again, all the tools that we have up here, we have the straight plus EV. The projection EV is just taking the plus EV and our projections and putting into it. We have this for all PrizePicks. The NBA Elite Edge tool, if you noticed for NBA, this pulls up all the oddities where there's no like book line. That's just pulling straight projections, free throws, field goal attempts, stuff like that. Comparison tools, just comparing the different sites to see if there's good value here at PrizePicks compared to the other sites. And then the one we just added here is on Sleeper. We had this, the projection EV tool for Sleeper. So, but the one I wanted to notice here for you guys is St. Brown. We're looking at 6.5 receptions. Pinnacle has it at -163 on the over. And we have him at 7.37 projections is where we have him at. So next one we do like here, probably my favorite wide receiver today, going up against the Chargers, and at 6.5 receptions is just too low. So we're going to go Amon St. Brown. Now, only had 6 against Vegas last week, but before that, 12 and 13. Just the Chargers are ranked dead last in pass attempts allowed at almost 40 a game. Dead last in yards allowed at 286. 286. They're just passing yards attempt almost 8. They're 30th in the NFL. So it's just a great spot for him. If you want to look at even yards, you could go yards as well with St. Brown. I know it's 88.5. He's put up over 104 of his last 5 of his last 6. So definitely my favorite wide receiver today. I'm going to have a ton of St. Brown, but I think the receptions is where I'm going to love this the most, and that's where I'm going to lead. But if you want to go reception yards, no problem with that. If you want to even go fantasy score, no problem with that. If you want to just play this on both sides of it and play Allen and Brown at 164, I'm okay with that. But if I had to rank these, it's receptions and receiving yards, and by far, again, my favorite wide receiver of the day. I would have been Chase. I was really looking at some stuff with him because the good matchup against Houston. However, it looks like he's just dealing with that back, and I just can't throw anything out there with a guy that's dealing with a back issue. Are they going to just throw him out there as a decoy? And that's where I worry a little bit, So with no Higgins as well, they could key on him and just make Boyd beat him and Irwin. So that's where I kind of decided to go St. Brown instead of Chase in this video. So again, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button on your way out. Hopefully this helps you with you guys. If you want access to any of our plays, tools, picks, slips, you can get access to all that stuff over at our website at dailyedgesports.com. Again, have a fantastic Sunday. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.